In some big-time breaking news, Cesaro, yes, Cesaro has left WWE. His contract has expired. He is now gone. Yes, gone from the company that he's been with since 2011. This is a surprise, obviously, to a lot of wrestling fans when the news broke earlier today. But apparently to people within WWE, it's not so much of a surprise. We'll get into that in just a second. But Cesaro, he is a guy who a lot of people thought that there was going to be something eventually down the line for him to do. And we've been thinking this since about 2014. Since Cesaro won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, there seemed to be a little bit of a fan desire to see him succeed. There always has been. And whether it was him wrestling Roman Reigns earlier last year, whether it was something along the lines of, maybe him eventually winning the Royal Rumble, like there was talk about a few years ago, none of it ever materialized. No matter how good Cesaro was, is, and likely will be in the ring, it never materialized in WWE to the point where Cesaro was deemed a credible threat or had a credible shot, I should say, at a world championship. The best we saw Cesaro, the best we saw him booked, the best we saw him, being presented on WWE TV was last year when he had that build for that match with Roman Reigns. That was the first time where you looked at the situation and you were like, man, Cesaro has the win streak behind him. He has seemingly the creative. He has the credibility right now. He obviously was never going to win the match, but that was the first time that you really thought, man, they might eventually just go all the way and book this guy to be a world champion someday. But they never did. Now, a lot of you may be asking, what led to this? Is he released? Is he, leaving of his own volition? Is he quit? There were a lot of rumors earlier today. The official word is that Cesaro has left WWE at the expiration of his contract. His contract has expired. This is not a situation where WWE has released him. This is not a situation where Cesaro has walked out of the company. I think this is mostly a mutual parting of ways. It didn't look like Cesaro over the past number of months. I believe he has a losing streak searching back to October. It didn't seem like there were any plans in the works for him to become or do anything, to be honest with you. He was mainly putting guys over. It was a lot of just filler time, even if he was on TV. And as a result now of his contract expiring, remember, since he wasn't released, there is no 90-day no-compete. Cesaro, or as he's now going to be known, likely Claudio Castagnoli, he is likely going to be one of the most sought-after free agents in wrestling. And I don't care who I am. If I'm Impact, I'm getting him. If I'm the new incarnation of whatever Ring of Honor is going to be, I'm going to try to sign him up for that. If I'm MLW, if I'm AEW, I'm getting him. Because Claudio is, pound for pound, probably the strongest wrestler that's available right now on the free market. Definitely the strongest available on the free market. Might be the strongest wrestler in the world. And on top of that, we really did not get to see what he could do at his full potential. Look at a guy like Bryan Danielson. A guy like Bryan Danielson who did great in WWE. Then he goes to AEW. He gets a little more freedom. And he's just absolutely killing it. And we know that Claudio is capable of doing similar things. Maybe definitely in a different way, in a different vein than Bryan Danielson. But we'll see. I'm excited for him. This definitely seems like something that, it's not like, WWE. I don't know the details, obviously, yet. But it doesn't seem like a situation where WWE, kind of let him expire and he was wanting a new contract. I think he was also kind of done. This was a mutual parting of ways. But it's going to be exciting to see because he's going to get an opportunity. He's only 41 years old. And as we know in wrestling right now, age is but a number. Sting is about to have a match on a pay-per-view. Stone Cold Steve Austin at the age of 57 is about to probably main event WrestleMania. There is so much for him to do anywhere in the world of pro wrestling, and I cannot wait to watch him do it. Hey everyone, we hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Until next time, keep it real.